Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Sunday, June 6th, at 3:25 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 552 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Al Jazeera, reporter forcefully detained by Israel. COVID, Twitter suspends Naomi Wolf after tweeting anti-vaccine misinformation. A Florida police officer caught the 2-month-old baby that a suspect in a high-speed chase threw at him. Data recovered at a ship with chemicals sinking off Sri Lanka. SC death penalty is traumatic for those who have to carry out executions op-ed. Caitlyn Jenner says tents in Beverly Hills are the latest sign of the homelessness crisis because they used to only be downtown. The dangerous race to rank high for low taxes threatens NC's well-being and its future. Do NC members of Congress agree with Donald Trump's election lie? We asked each one. As mask mandates are lifted, some states are grappling with long-standing mask bans that were aimed at the Ku Klux Klan. Trump announces Fauci's handling of COVID pandemic and demands reparations from China. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Paul Walker's bro says Fast and Furious doing right by him after death, TMZ. Bitcoin drops amid Weibo crypto suspensions, Goldman CIO survey, Bloomberg. Elon Musk blasted by anonymous hackers after cryptic crypto tweets, New York Post. The CDC's COVID-19 vaccination card, annotated, CNN. Nets James Harden loss means more falls to Kevin Durant, New York Post. Conjuring scares Quiet Place at box office, Dark Horizons. SpaceX rocket launches Sirius XM digital radio satellite, nails nighttime landing at sea, space.com. Urgent need, U.S. to donate 750,000 COVID vaccine doses to Taiwan, The Guardian. El Salvador plans bill to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender, Yahoo Finance. Runoff election results, Maddie Parker wins Fort Worth mayoral race, WFAA.com. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Amidst social media bans, Trump finds voice at NC rally. Gone Girl actor Lisa Banks in critical condition after hit and run. Murder of transgender woman shocks El Salvador's LGBTQ community. There is stuff, mysteries remain in new government report on UFOs. Fauci looks back on AIDS work 40 years after first U.S. cases. Natalia Bryant wears inspiring Kobe quote on her high school graduation cap. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez endorses Maya Wiley for New York City mayor. 31 million now covered through Obamacare, highest figure ever. Biden moves to restore endangered species protections eroded by Trump. Justice Department says it will no longer seize reporters' records. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Friend raises $15,000 for man's college debt. NY plans to relax school mask mandate. Family calls for feds to investigate jail death. Woman mistaken for burglar and shot by son-in-law. Drug dealer turns life around with help of judge. Families of men killed by police demand change. WI Democrats gear up for 2021 virtual convention. Brothers raise money for first responders. Crash survivor service dog in need of surgery after hit and run. Former teacher invites students to wedding. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Donald Trump, assault weapons, prom, your weekend briefing. Democratic report raises 2022 alarms on messaging and voter outreach. We'll probably need booster shots for COVID-19, but when, and which ones? Mike Schmidt is the greatest draft pick ever. US aid to Central America hasn't slowed migration. Can Kamala Harris? These Catholic parishes welcome New York's LGBTQ community. Biden is embracing Europe, but then what? NATO and the EU have concerns. Boy, 10, is killed in Queens shooting. Jon Rahm withdraws from Memorial Tournament after positive coronavirus test. At once diminished and dominating, Trump begins his next act. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Eli Steele, interracial couple fights critical race theory in one of America's most integrated towns. Elise Stefanik announces she's pregnant with first child. Kristi Noem slams Dr. Fauci in speech to North Carolina's GOP, Fauci is wrong, a lot. NYPD, parkgoers clash over Washington Square Park curfew enforcement. Biden, Harris packing their bags this week for first foreign trip since taking office. This day in history, June 6th. Army social justice push taking focus off mission, Jocko Willink. Dan Bongino, tonight, the Great Awakening is starting in America. Arizona AG Brnovich on opting out of Google tracking, it's almost impossible. Gone Girl actress Lisa Banks in critical condition after hit and run in New York City. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Sunday, June 6th. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Could megatrends shaping the post-COVID world make you mega rich? Justice Secretary Robert Bur plans lead Stonewall exodus. Primary schools tell girls aged 4 to wear modesty shorts, amid accusations of body shaming. Angelina Jolie celebrates 46th birthday with her 6 kids. Car splash, moment vehicle plows through fence and destroys family's pool, flooding garden. Piers Corbyn is squatting in Oxford Street HMV. Matt Hancock accused of killing British travel abroad by forcing Portugal onto holiday amber list. Frenzy to flee Pharaoh, hundreds of UK tourists squeezing the queues at Portuguese airports. Kate Middleton may step in to attend unveiling of Diana statue next month if Harry cannot attend. Harry will have HRH title removed from displays at exhibition featuring Diana's wedding dress. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. After unending conflicts, Gazans wrestle with rebuilding, and whether it's worth it. Afghan official, 11 killed in roadside bombing in north. Death toll in Sri Lanka floods, mudslide rises to 14. Russia aimed for post-pandemic normal at its business expo. Critics saw many holes. Normandy commemorates D-Day with small crowds, but big heart. U.S. senators promise vaccines for Taiwan amid China row. As Greece installs sound cannons on border, Denmark passes law allowing asylum seekers to be sent overseas. Cambodia Zero Rat, Maguire, is retiring after sniffing out landmines for 5 years. Putin's daughter steps into the spotlight, but no one will acknowledge she's Putin's daughter. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. I joined the oil rush to an American boomtown. Guess who got rich? Start me up. Car guy Joe Biden accelerates push to turn America electric. Race norming is bigotry that began with good intentions. Keenan Malik. Kamala Harris takes on a new role as she heads on her first overseas trip. Don't expect Netanyahu's departure to alter the course of politics in Israel, Danielle appealed. COVID Delta variant about 40% more transmissible, says Matt Hancock. Hiram Yarbrough, Gen Z skincare savior, YouTube gave me a reason to live. Logan Paul v. Floyd Mayweather is a prank, but boxing is a dangerous game. How a ghostly outline revealed the secret of Modigliani's lost lover. Conservatives go to polls in Germany fearful of far-right threat. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Protest erupts again over man killed by Minnesota deputies. Student denied diploma after wearing Mexican flag over graduation gown. In Trump's shadow, Gaz camp draws boos from GOP faithful. Coronavirus knocks Rome out of memorial after 6-shot lead. Trump returns to stage with speech at North Carolina GOP convention. Gone Girl actor in critical condition after hit and run. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. T.B. Joshua, influential Nigerian preacher, dies at 57. Bitcoin, El Salvador plans to make cryptocurrency legal tender. French Open 2021, Roger Federer could pull out of Roland Garros tournament. Venice residents in environmental protest against first post-COVID cruise ship. G7 tax deal doesn't go far enough, campaigners say. Turkey President Erdogan vows to solve seasonal outbreak. Black fungus, is diabetes behind India's high number of cases? Peru election, country on edge ahead of unpredictable runoff. 3 police killings in the U.S., is there a better way? The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Destroying Black Wall Street, an illustrated history of the Tulsa race massacre. Trump returns to political stage in North Carolina. Massive fire in Phoenix prompts largest response in local fire department's history. Today in history for June 6. Denying Nicole Hannah-Jones tenure will have dire repercussions for UNC, faculty warn. 5.3 magnitude earthquake rattles Southern California, felt in cities over 90 miles away. Pakistan observes World Environment Day. AP Top Stories June 5. I will protect my brother's name, family of Minneapolis man killed by deputies demand accountability. First cruise ship since pandemic is set to depart Venice, Italy. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Los Angeles County reports 15 COVID-19 deaths, 285 new cases of the virus. Boy killed in road rage shooting on 55 freeway is mourned, an angel, too pure and innocent for this world. Earth, Wind and Fire headlines drive in concert at Rose Bowl to raise money to fight MEAS. After judge overturns California assault weapons ban, state officials vow to fight back. Earthquake, swarm of Templars, including magnitude 5.2 quake, hits Imperial County. Whittier police shoot and kill man they say was armed with a gun. Gavin Newsom's Wheel of Vaccine fortune, when a game show is as good a metaphor as any. Column, their Venice home feels unsafe, they blame public officials, not homeless Angelenos. Could Antonio Villaraigosa come back to the Los Angeles mayor's office? As wildfires decimate the giant sequoia, California faces unprecedented loss. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Sunday, June 6, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Israeli army forces arrest Palestinian activist Muna al-Kurd. Waste of taxpayer money. UK police mocked online for using 7.5-ton truck to tow away an e-scooter. Osaka man charged with spitting in front of same pickle shop for most of 2020. Thousands of Hungarians protest in Budapest over new Chinese campus in university. Qatar used Turkish banks to funnel hundreds of millions to jihadists in Syria, court papers allege. Cruise ships restart in Venice, bring environmental protests. Belgium's Van Ranst, COVID scientist targeted by a far-right sniper. Unfathomable, activists for new call to end US aid to Israel. Human Rights News. Urgent need, US to donate 750,000 COVID vaccine doses to Taiwan. Scientists develop cheap and easy method to extract lithium from seawater. Congo Volcano Observatory failed to predict eruption due to mismanagement, say workers. Thailand is ready to reopen on July 1st, when 70% of population is vaccinated. Israel rescheduled the Jerusalem Day flag march to June 10. Netanyahu's opponents say timing of the controversial march an attempt to provoke a response from Hamas in bid to stop upcoming changed government. We were deceived. Hundreds protest in Venice at return of giant cruise ships. Japanese convenience stores and fast food chains will be obliged to charge for disposable plastic spoons, straws and forks from spring 2022 under legislation passed June 4 by the Diet to cut down on such garbage, an issue that has gained global prominence. The next headlines are from Forbes. Brooklyn Nets title hopes likely rest on James Harden's MRI results. U.S. wants ideas for carbon-free metal smelting. Trump endorses Rep. Ted Budd for NC Senate seat after Lara Trump opts out. Brooklyn Nets James Harden leaves with hamstring injury 43 seconds into Game 1 against Bucks. The 10 best new movies to stream on Netflix this June. 39-year-old Roger Federer survives epic 4-set clash at French Open. Novak Djokovic looms in quarters. The 25 most popular movies on Netflix in 2021, update, June 5th. Ethiopia on the brink of famine. Nigeria has banned Twitter along with these other countries. Iran's return won't spoil push to $80 oil. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,709,937,037 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Bloodsuckers director Julian Radlmayer sets course for German-Soviet river barge punk romance exclusive. The Weekend tops Juno Awards opening night winners. Gone Girl actor Lisa Baines in critical condition after hit-and-run scooter accident. Cat Williams says there is no cancel culture on Joe Budden podcast. Nudo Mixed co-director Angeles Cruz on migration, poverty, the plight of women and their next project exclusive. George A. Romero short about an African-American father and son to be restored exclusive. Earth, Wind and Fire gets the party grooving at the drive-in to erase Ms. Gila, raising $1.4 million. In the Heights director John M. Chu on film's in-person live screening, like I'm waking up from some crazy dream. Queer Utah agents talk LGBTQ+ representation in Hollywood. Composer Nicholas Brittle on creating the haunting score of the Underground Railroad. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. The Vatican Space Observatory wants to see stars and faith align. New type of COVID vaccine could debut soon. U.S. senators promise vaccines for Taiwan amid China row. Essential quality wins Belmont Stakes. Pentagon maintains ban on pride flag and other flags at installations. California assault weapons ban disrespects freedom, federal judge writes. California approves pilot program for driverless rides. An artist leads a violent protest against polarization. Gunmen kill at least 100 in Burkina Faso's deadliest attack in years. Department of Justice says it will no longer seize reporters' records in investigating leaks. The following headlines are from the week. Activists get a seat at Exxon's boardroom table. How the pandemic ends. Belmont Stakes favorite Essential Quality wins race after thrilling final stretch. Ocasio-Cortez reveals top choice in New York mayoral race. Mark Meadows reportedly asked acting AG to investigate fantastical election conspiracy theory involving Italy. Elections expert genuinely doesn't understand Democrat voting rights legislation strategy. Psaki says no one at White House aware of Justice Department's gag order (NIDI) subpoenas. Yellen's crucial role in G7 tax agreement shows multilateralism is back, EU official says. Trump appointees get tax bill. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. Emergence of the rainforest in absence of the dinosaurs. The next headlines are from Universe Today. What would it take to see artificial lights of Proxima Centauri be? These are the news headlines for today, Sunday, June 6th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. What makes a halo around the sun or moon? The Dragon and a former pole star. Rastaban and Eltonin, The Dragon's Eyes, on June evenings. The next news is from Politico. G7 seals breakthrough deal to tax global companies. EU, UK open antitrust probes into Facebook's use of advertising data. Vestager dodges tough questions on US spy scandal. George Floyd's murder transformed America. Trump re-emerges on the trail and plays the hits of year. Trump backs Bud in North Carolina Senate race. FBI abandons demand for info on readers of story on agent shooting. Ocasio-Cortez backs Wiley in New York mayor's race. Senate Sergeant at Arms, more concerned about cyber attack than January 6th repeat. Justice Department vows to end court order seeking journalists' data and leak probes. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. AFL 2021 live updates, Fremantle Dockers v Western Bulldogs, Carlton Blues v West Coast Eagles. Gallery, the best photos from around the world. ME Bank facing 62 criminal charges over mortgage fail. Victoria COVID live updates. Victoria records new 2 local cases as lockdown continues. Hunt ongoing for origins of Melbourne Delta variant outbreak. Police stop travel to regions. Teague invokes the gun principle. COVID is being used as an excuse. Sydney's uni students are losing patience with online learning. Organized chaos. How 2 parents are guiding their 6 kids through a 4th lockdown. Business is blacklisted and hit with scathing reviews over COVID stance. They told Leonardo Parisi to cut down the trees. Which ones? All of them. Fiddler wants Origin referees meeting after pedantic NRL penalties. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Teen jobless rate falls to lowest point in years. The moneyest, my sisters, one of whom was a Fortune 500 VP, emptied my mother's house and told me to take what was left. Outside the box, the best way to have plenty of money in retirement. Market snapshot, taper tantrum, only if somebody wakes the U.S. bond market. Economic preview, U.S. inflation is still climbing and now higher labor costs are adding to the pressure. Outside the box, this 98-year-old has 4 tips for a satisfying retirement. The Wall Street Journal, private equity group reaches deal to buy Medline for over $30 billion. This man became financially independent at 36 and says the key to happiness is owning your own time. Mutual Funds Weekly, these money and investing tips can shine some light through the stock market's June gloom. Newswatch, the S&P 500 would be below 1,600 without these three pillars, and those supports are now weakening. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Patent of thermometer of the future could see return of sporting and other live events. Independent Online. Report, Google's next radical Pixel 2 get a major display upgrade. Forbes. The Real Progressives, Elko Daily Free Press. Hong Kong approves first standard patent by original grant. Big News Network. Guest column, the ins and outs of small business patents. Albert Lee Tribune. Albert Lee Tribune. The next headlines are from Quartz. Why African startups are lobbying governments for more regulation. Startup X, digital central bank currencies, Bezos returns. The architects of South African apartheid had mixed race ancestry, DNA confirms. Everything you need to know about ransomware. How Masterclass became the style master of MOOCs. Weekend edition, How to Stop Cyber Attacks, Reparations Done Wrong, Africa's Digital Currencies. The following headlines are from TechDirt. This week in TechDirt history, May 30th, June 5th. Following D.C. Circuit ruling in public records case, new request demands Senate Intel Committee reveal full Central Intelligence Agency torture report. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Al Roker. TB Joshua. Tampa Bay Lightning. Lisa Baines. UFC Fight Night. Women's College World Series. Roger Federer. Coco Gauff. Camila Cabello. James Harden. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Biden doesn't want China to play part in setting out 21st century rules for trade and technology. Smeared, shut out and shadow banned, the inside story of how RT was branded a foreign agent by free press-loving U.S. officials. Al Jazeera condemns Israel for systematic targeting of journalists after arrest of reporter in East Jerusalem, videos. Buffett and Gates are building nuclear plant in coal country. Why would I not train with the greatest boxer of all time? Woodley confirms Mayweather training plans ahead of Jake Paul bout. South Korean President Moon orders change to Air Force barracks culture after sexual abuse victim's suicide. China to hand out over $6 million in another digital yuan lottery. Federal judge overturns California's assault weapons ban, sparks liberal pushback for comparing AR-15 rifle with Swiss Army knife. Waste of taxpayer money, UK police mocked online for using 7.5-ton truck to tow away an e-scooter. Anonymous turns its ire on Elon Musk for Bitcoin trolling, ominously warns the billionaire to expect U.S. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Cyberpolygon, will the next globalist war game lead to another convenient catastrophe? AI smart potty monitors bowel health for gastro issues. Bovard, will treason mania destroy America? A map of the online world in incredible detail. C.J. Hopkins, Covidian push toward a new totalitarian normal. We took out the June 2007 highs, Morgan Stanley sell signal just hit an all-time high. High-ranking Chinese defector reportedly working with DIA has direct knowledge of China's bioweapons program. An inconvenient truth, EVs may offer a negligible CO2 difference from ICE vehicles. 3 points the media is still getting wrong about Wuhan lab theory, and the documents to prove it. IRS too ultra-rich looking to dodge taxes in Puerto Rico, we're waiting for you. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Mina Alkard, Israel detains prominent Sheikh Jarrah activist. Naomi Osaka thanks fans after French Open withdrawal. The moment Al Jazeera journalist Jibril Boudiri was arrested. Jordan security forces injured during night riots in Amman. 2 drones shot down above Iraq base housing U.S. troops, military. El Salvador President Bukele wants Bitcoin as legal tender. Black box recovered from fire-stricken ship sinking off Sri Lanka. Cease not on Turkey shores alarms residents. No, Uganda is not making it illegal to be gay, again. Thailand concerned over violence in Myanmar. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Trump backs Ted Budd Senate bid, he will fight like hell in North Carolina. FNC's Carlson, will Fauci face any consequences? Donald Trump, Republicans at every level should immediately ban critical race theory. Media hype narrative for guiding children to doubt their biological sex. Donald Trump, China must pay for coronavirus pandemic. Indian police arrest 24 people for beating doctor inside coronavirus ward. DHS Chief Mayorkas migration policy wreaking economic havoc in Central America. Joel Kotkin, the middle class will revolt against progressives. North Carolina student denied high school diploma after wearing Mexican flag over graduation gown. Exclusive, GOP leader Kevin McCarthy calls on Anthony Fauci to step down, let's find a person we can trust. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. Part 2, Psalm 1-01 Extraterrestrial entities and technology, recovery and disposal top secret magic eyes only. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Dad hilariously struggles to keep triplets from climbing furniture, watch. This week's inspiring horoscopes from Rob Bresney's Free Will Astrology. Concerned farmer uses drone to check on sick calf. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Sunday, June 6th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Texas mother charged after she snuck into school pretending to be daughter. Wallet lost at theater returned to woman 46 years later. Heinz will reward those in traffic, driving at speed of its ketchup, 0.045 kilometers per hour. NetherRealm Studios issues apology for inappropriate injustice to Pride event where players had to beat up a bisexual woman. Heroic rat retires after sniffing out 71 deadly landmines, today's news. A nearly bear escape attempt. Druggie tried fooling cops by turning into his father. Florida man stand your ground defense rejected in iguana killing. Korean designer creates third eye for smartphone zombies. A raccoon infiltrates an armored vehicle at a United States Army base, today's news. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Microsoft's first GPT-3 product hints at the commercial future of OpenAI. This Arduino and ESP32 training will have you building a galaxy of IoT devices for under $25. The sun's atmosphere is way hotter than its surface, here's why. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Computer simulations of the brain can predict language recovery in stroke survivors. Study of past South Asian monsoons suggests stronger monsoon rainfall in the future. Why scientists want to solve an underground mystery about where microbes live. Beyond synthetic biology, synthetic ecology boosts health by engineering the environment. Mining-related deforestation in the Amazon. Fungus creates a fast track for carbon. Magnetism drives metals to insulators in new experiment. New form of silicon could enable next-gen electronic and energy devices. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Sunday, June 6th from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Salt Lake City will offer gender-affirming surgery to city workers. Losing 3-1 last year forged a group of jazz players who trust each other, and the team plays better as a result. For the first time since the pandemic began, downtown Farmers Market reopens to its normal array of vendors and crowds. Adult vaccination rates in Utah exceed national average. David Brooks, all Americans could be living longer, healthier lives. Cole Stangler, France is becoming more like America, it's terrible. The best way to explore the beauty of St. George, hit the mayor's loop. QAnon, the big lie, what might it take to get Latter-day Saints to stop believing in them? GOP rival Becky Edwards slams Mike Lee as too strident, says Trump was rightfully impeached. Trailblazing former Utah legislator Beverly White, champion of the underdog, dies at age 92. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. El Salvador, world's first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender? How reliable are modern CPUs? Giant diamonds may hold the key to super deep earthquakes. Google releases open source Insights dependency visualization tool. GCC will no longer require copyrights be assigned to the FSF. FBI demands IP addresses for readers of a newspaper's story during a 35-minute window. GitHub honors class of 2021 with GitHub yearbook and GitHub graduation ceremony. Florida's government may have ignored and withheld data about COVID-19 cases. Denmark Parliament approves giant artificial island off Copenhagen. Apple, Mozilla, Google, Microsoft form group to standardize browser plugins. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Woman on motorcycle killed in crash with semi-truck on I-270. Anheuser-Busch teams up with White House in their Let's Grab a Beer campaign. Early morning fatal hit and run on the McKinley Bridge. Why is my tax refund taking so long? Kansas City man charged after entering U.S. Capitol during January 6 riot. Cardinals lose Kim early, late rally falls short against Reds. Suspected road rage shooter in custody thanks to quick-thinking 11-year-old. Baldwin man accused of nearly stabbing a man to death recaptured and recharged. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Delta flight diverted after passenger attempts to breach cockpit. Fallen detectives were Academy sweethearts, athletic stars. Cluster of quakes, including one over magnitude 5, felt east of San Diego. News Now, detectives lost, gun ban overturned and more top stories. More than 3,900 marijuana plants seized from illegal grow site. U.S. judge overturns California's ban on assault weapons. 60-year-old fatally struck by car in El Cajon identified. Chula Vista set to launch app to help small business, reward customers. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. Emilia Clarke is reportedly playing a spy in Secret Invasion. 2023 BMW 7 Series spy photos show the future of BMW luxury. Report, Israel's spy and attack drones invade Gaza skies. Is someone stalking you? Tiny trackers make it alarmingly easy. Tens of Israel's spy and attack drones invade Gaza skies. Vladimir Putin warns MI6 boss, just live your life and stop worrying about Russia. The surprising way Jennifer Garner once helped the Central Intelligence Agency. BMW X7 facelift spied flaunting quirky design update at the ring. Spy, former All Black sells his underwear around the world, NZ Herald. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Pentagon plans to use rockets to drop cargo from space. U.S. Air Force shares fascinating video of HH-60G during Gunsmoke 2021. U.S. Army releases details of its fiscal year 2022 budget proposal. U.S. Army researchers, soldiers test new electro-optics technologies. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Sunday, June 6, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Suspect arrested in connection with attempted homicide in Santa Clara. 2 arrested for possession of fentanyl. San Francisco City Hall set to reopen. Working from home trend won't go away with the COVID pandemic, survey shows. Got old, even broken, gadgets lying around? This website will pay you cash for them. No suspect in San Jose's 19th homicide of 2021. Toddler dies after being left in car while mom tended to marijuana plants, police. California woman reunited with lost wallet 46 years later. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Frida Kahlo exhibit opens at the College of DuPage, and here's what not to miss. Constable, bored dad takes up figure skating and wins honors. Busey Woods boat launch among improvements for people with disabilities. State, 48% of people 12 and older now fully vaccinated. Man charged after ramming, shooting at vehicle on Roosevelt Road in Glen Ellen. North Aurora man faces felony charges in Woodman shooting. Arrieta sick, disagreement erupts in dugout as Cubs lose second straight in SF. Ex-Glendale Heights president, candidate asked DuPage court to overturn April's election. New gift shop opens in former J.J. Blinker's space in downtown Antioch. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green alert for tropical cyclone CHOI, WAN, 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Drought is ongoing in United States. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Libya, Tunisia. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, Iran, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC. Drought is ongoing in Azerbaijan, Iraq, Iran, Lebanon, Jordan, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Drought is ongoing in Mexico. Drought is ongoing in Kenya. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Sunday, June 6th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Community members rallied together to honor George Floyd's life and show support for his family. Power outages reported in Montgomery County after small, but intense thunderstorm. CCA Star Tournament adopts new style after impacts from winter freeze. U.S. on track to fall short of Biden's July 4th vaccine goal to get 70% of adults partially vaccinated. 1 dead following early morning shooting at Greenway Plaza Hotel, authorities say. VA school once named after Confederate soldier now honors hidden figure Katherine Johnson. HS student denied diploma for wearing Mexican flag over gown at graduation. Original rainbow flag returns home to San Francisco after being lost for more than 40 years. Belmont Stakes 2021, horses, time, what to know. Woman's boyfriend and 3 kids found after going missing after she's found dead at an Houston apartment. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Phillies Harper returns to lineup. J.D. Martinez scratched with sore wrist for Red Sox vs Yanks. Tim Herron shoots 9 under 63 to take 4-shot lead in Iowa. Riding spiel not only painful for Ad Ortiz Jr., costly. The latest, essential quality remains Belmont favorite. Clippers in LA for Game 7 vs Mavs in series without home win. Packers CEO says teams fans divided on Rodgers situation. DeBoer, former top forward line identity of Golden Knights. Skubal wins consecutive starts, Tigers beat Chiefs 4-3. Nicaragua detains yet another opposition politician. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. In surprise announcement, AOC backs Maya Wiley as her first choice for NYC mayor. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Infrastructure expands in Brazil despite crises. Fresh air, clean water. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Colorado Springs woman who nearly died after Johnson & Johnson vaccine pushing for change. The notorious London spy school churning out the world's top journalists. Video, Minneapolis rioter cannot even remember the name of the person he's writing for. Heart inflammation following COVID-19 vaccine in teens being investigated. Video, a vindicated Rand Paul decimates Fauci over emails. Electric car batteries are turning this country into an actual hellscape. Poll, majority of Americans believe COVID came from Wuhan lab, a quarter believe it was released on purpose. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Microsoft says Tankman image blocking due to human error. TikTok video show life on a ghost ship in empty world. Did 9/11 lead to the creation of 50 Shades of Grey? The Lion of Gripsholm. Did Among Us shaped chicken nuggets sell for almost $100K? Is Trump considering a run for House Speaker? Justice Department says it'll no longer seize reporters' records. Did Woody Harrelson's father kill a Texas judge in 1979? Were metformin drugs recalled due to cancer-causing compound? The NBA awaits a new champion, and the path is wide open. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Nevada Gov bans racist sundown sirens. Tristan Bailey suspect's mom tried to wash his bloody jeans, prosecutor says. Shane Department of Justice says it will stop snooping on reporters in leak hunts. These lightweight hiking shoes are perfect for any terrain. My gym has reopened but I'm not going back, here's why. Bill Maher mocks MAGA truthers with meth teeth and Mike Pence earrings. If America were a foreign country, we'd know its democracy is dying. Europe's pettiness is F-wording up the summer. The vacation for a person with no chill. When Hillary Duff said so gay PSA ended homophobia. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Giovanni Moscone, famed NYC restaurateur, dead at 85. NYPD searching for F-train groper. Probe into murder of mom in Greece stalls over lack of DNA evidence. Kardashian pal Joe Francis arrested on domestic violence charges last year, report. Suspected drunk driver dies in police custody in Brooklyn, cops. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. NASA to return to Venus with 2 missions by 2030. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. CDC says hospitalizations rising in teens with COVID. How to watch next week's Ring of Fire solar eclipse. Record-breaking heat threatens Midwest and Northeast. CDC report shows rise in teen COVID hospitalizations. FBI steps up response as ransomware attacks rise. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Back on the rally trail, Trump stumps in NC at state's GOP convention. Teen suspect's mother arrested in killing of 13-year-old Florida girl. Man pleads guilty to setting fires at Shakespeare Theater. Microsoft claims human error led to no results for Tiananmen Square tank man. Over a dozen journalists detained in Berlin environmental protest. FBI offers $10,000 reward for information on boy found dead near Las Vegas hiking trail. First post-COVID cruise ship leaves Venice amid environmental protests. Teen fatally shot by Honolulu police was struck in back of the head, records show. G7 backsteps to deter tax dodging by multinational firms. 2 men guilty of abducting, killing Minneapolis real estate agent, 3 others awaiting trial. The following headlines are from military.com. Global war on ransomware, hurdles hinder the U.S. response. Microsoft says tank man image blocking due to human error. D-Day spirit of remembrance lives on, despite the pandemic. U.S. judge overturns California's ban on assault weapons. U.S. Navy to christen ship named for Australian capital. Navy quietly rolls out first maternity flight suits. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. COVID-19 cases in Illinois by zip code, search for your neighborhood. Where the coronavirus data stands in the U.S. and world, vaccinations, cases and deaths. Illinois Bridge Phase Metrics, daily updates on trends in coronavirus cases, deaths, hospitalizations and vaccinations, and progress toward full reopening. Illinois COVID-19 vaccine tracker, 34,066 additional people fully vaccinated for a total of 5,381,428, 42.24% of the state's population including 76.06% of those over 65, 55,505 doses administered yesterday. Daily Illinois coronavirus graphs, 32 new deaths, 538 new confirmed and probable cases and 50,827 new test results. The statewide positivity rate for cases is 1.3%. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 55,505 vaccine doses administered, 538 new cases and 32 deaths reported Saturday. 4 dead, at least 12 wounded in city shootings since Friday evening, police say. I can feel the clouds lifting. Many long-haul COVID patients report improvement post-vaccination, surprising medical experts. Black and Brown Unity Car Parade. Citing divisions in Chicago and nationwide, Obama pitches future presidential center as a bridge to bring communities together. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Biden administration will restore key environmental protections. Indonesian women take on plastic waste brick by brick. Mine-sniffing rat McGraw ends years of hard work in Cambodia. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Sunday, June 6th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Guerrero hits 18th homer as Blue Jays beat Astros 6-2. Wheeler's 22 points helped spark Sink Sky 68-63. Frey strikes out 10, Indiana State beats Presbyterian 9-2. Rockies place pitcher John Gray on injured list. Teens charged in Baltimore shooting of Israeli man. Molina hurts knee on foul tip as Cardinals lose to Red 5-2. as Alabama eliminates Florida in shocking 19-1 win. Durned powers Oregon State past McNeese 10-5. Florida State rallies to eliminate Arizona at Women's CWS. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Judge overturns California's 32-year ban on assault weapons. Teen charged with murder in Oakland shooting that occurred 3 weeks after he turned 18. Great America, 5 things to know about South Bay Shores. The latest, Hawaii emails reveal strain over contact tracing. A monumental occasion, San Francisco ceremony honors AIDS victims 40 years after first U.S. cases were recognized. Brand new South Bay Shores water park opens at Great America. Santa Cruz Deputy Health Officer explains county's increased pediatric COVID-19 rate. Slain Santa Cruz County Sergeant honored. Map, 5.3 earthquake in Southern California. Bay Area TV Sports, what to watch on Sunday Monday. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. GoFundMe shut down fundraiser for AOC's grandmother after troll campaign raises over $100K. Americans strongly favor U.S. government investigating UFOs, poll. World's rarest stamp expected to fetch $15 at Tuesday auction. Fauci dismisses inappropriate, distorted attacks as Republican criticism mounts over emails. Washington and Lee University decides against name change, voices regret for past Confederate ties. Very interesting, Trump intrigued by idea of running for House Speaker. Josh Hawley calls for Dr. Fauci to resign, GOP senator asks for investigation of COVID-19 origins. Consumers rebounding from pandemic face shortages from chicken wings to lumber. White House woos mansion, fossil fuel workers with promises of climate change jobs. Virginia Dems to decide, return McAuliffe or chart new path? The next headlines are from The Intercept. Firefighters denied coverage by Veterans Affairs after exposure to PFAS firefighting foam. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Sunday, June 6, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. New marine scale worm species first to provide evidence of male dwarfism. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Shaves for shots as vaccine relax brings COVID-19 vaccine to Englewood residents, we need this so bad. Sox outfielder Andrew Vaughn returns from injured list. Republicans aim to revive Fauci attacks after email trove released. John McLean's home waters matches well with his father's classic, A River Runs Through It. Carjackings reported in Hyde Park, police. The USFL is back, maybe even in Chicago, it could be just crazy enough to work. Red Star still searching for identity after 4 regular season matches. Mississippi group dedicates memorial to fictional guy in ode to Billy Joe song. Lane Tech baseball players learn new way of getting noticed. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Sunday, June 6, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are about world records making news. Las Vegas woman breaks world record, crushes water lawns between legs in 7 seconds, Fox 5 Las Vegas. In Florida, 400 singers hope tune breaks world records, Miami Herald. Father who lost sight after cardiac arrest earns Guinness World Record on tandem, Yahoo Eurosport UK. World record in sight, Daredevil to soar without wings at the Moses Lake Air Show on June 17, iFiber One News. 25 world records that can be broken in Tokyo Olympics, The Bridge. Tom Brady rookie card sells for world record $3.1 million at public auction, USA Today. 23 years old will hold new Guinness World Record for the tallest stack of M&Ms, The Hunts India. Dubai amputee athlete breaks Guinness World Record for longest wall sit, The National. World record for Kaylee Hago at Euro Para Champs. Athletics Weekly. Colchester woman in Three Peaks world record attempt inspired by late granddad, Gazette. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Matrix 4 cast actress Christina Ricci in undisclosed role. Justice Department says it'll no longer quietly seize reporters' records in leak investigations. Maze Runner's Dylan O'Brien stars in new sci-fi film from Christopher McBride. Cruella sequel gets the green light from Disney. Dwayne Johnson to produce new action film starring Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. Some of the best Easter eggs hidden in sites across the web. The American Museum of Natural History's Gems and Minerals halls get a dazzling upgrade. Frightened turns abandon 1,500 eggs after a rogue drone crash landed on nesting island. AMC's CEO apparently didn't bother to put on pants for this YouTube interview. This new documentary on Peanuts creator Charles Schulz looks like a security blanket for your soul. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Almaty in Iran at 123.8 degrees Fahrenheit or 51 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vostok in Antarctica at minus 99.76 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 73.2 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. The best early Prime Day deal gives $10 Amazon credit with a $40 gift card. Reducing poverty can actually lower energy demand, finds research. Kind of crazy how the booming U.S. used car market is driving inflation. There's hope for American movie theaters after all. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Georgia Republican censured for fecklessness because he didn't go along with Trump's big lie, report. 150 firefighters battle massive 6-alarm fire in downtown Phoenix. Jim Acosta hilariously roasts Trump for wasting away again in Mar-a-Lago. Bush strategist reveals the only way GOP can get out of this corrupt, incompetent place Trump put them in. Michael Flynn's brother assumes command of U.S. Army Pacific, report. Nevada finally bans racist sundown sirens originally used to order 9 white people out of town. Trump still hasn't conceded he lost in 2020, but is returning to the stage as he flirts with 2024 bid. Watch, crimes Louis DeJoy may be charged with broken down by former FBI official. Matt Gaetz is using Trump's playbook during investigation, and it could blow up in his face, ex-prosecutor. Texas Attorney General admits Trump would have lost the state in 2020 if he hadn't blocked mail-in voting. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Nigeria bans Twitter just days after the company deleted one of its president's tweets. Emails show Mark Meadows pushed the Department of Justice to investigate election fraud conspiracy theories. Protests erupt in Minneapolis again after man shot and killed by U.S. Marshals. A federal judge overturned California's assault weapons ban, and likened AR-15s to Swiss Army knives. Climate-fueled wildfires inspire a new lifeline for homeless families. Investigation. Wait, who are the internet stars at this White House social media briefing? The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. The truth is, still, out there in UFO capital Roswell, New Mexico, OPB News. We need a plan if we find out we are not alone, Bloomberg Quint. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Sunday, June 6, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. NASA to study UFOs UAP. UFOs, alien technology cannot be ruled out, concedes new report. Stanton Friedman's Out of This World exhibit to open at Fredericton Region Museum. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Sunday, June 6, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.